You get a raise. It's not huge, maybe $5,000 a year. And somehow, you still feel broke. Your rent goes up, you upgrade your car, you start ordering food a little more. You tell yourself, I deserve this. And 3 months later, nothing changed. If that feels uncomfortably familiar, yeah, that's not an income problem. That's a mindset problem. My name is Money Mechanics, and I spend way too much time thinking about how psychology shapes your financial future. If you're someone who works hard, earns a decent salary, but still feels stuck financially, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Look, today we're breaking down the difference between the rich mindset and the middle class mindset. And before you get defensive, this is not about income. It's about how you think. Because here's the thing. Two people can make the exact same $75,000 salary. 10 years later, one is worth $50,000, the other is worth $500,000. So what happened? Most people believe wealth comes from a high-paying job, a lucky investment, or starting a business at the right time. No. According to data from the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances, the median net worth of the top 10% is over $1.5 million, while the median middle-class household sits around $120,000 to $150,000 depending on age. That gap is not explained by salary alone. It's explained by behavior, and behavior is driven by mindset. Middle-class mindset says, I need a higher salary. Rich mindset says, I need more assets. Here's what most people don't realize. Income makes you comfortable. Assets make you wealthy. Let's do simple math. You make $80,000 a year. After taxes, maybe $60,000. You spend $55,000. You save $5,000. That's fine. That's responsible. But now imagine instead you build or buy assets generating $1,000 per month. That's $12,000 per year. And unlike your salary, assets compound. If you invested $500 per month at 8% annually, after 20 years, you'd have about $295,000. Same income, different outcome. The rich ask, how do I own more? The middle class asks, how do I earn more? That's the first divergence. You get a raise. Middle class mindset upgrades life immediately. Bigger apartment, new car, nicer vacations. It feels logical. You worked hard. But this is where psychology kicks in. It's called hedonic adaptation. You adjust to your new lifestyle in about 3 months. Then it feels normal. So now your expenses are permanently higher, but your happiness didn't permanently increase. The rich mindset delays the upgrade. Not forever, just strategically. If your income goes up by $500 per month, the middle class spends $400 and saves $100. The rich invest $400 and maybe spend $100. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but I want to enjoy my life. Same, but here's the difference. The rich enjoy life funded by assets. The middle class enjoys life funded by future income. One builds freedom. One builds pressure. This is where it gets really interesting. The middle class thinks in months. The rich think in decades. When someone says, it's only $700 per month for this car, that sounds manageable. But over 5 years, 700 times 60 months equals $42,000. And that's before interest. If you invested that instead at 8%, you'd have around $51,000. So that car doesn't cost $42,000. It costs $51,000 plus opportunity cost. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth is built in boring decades, not exciting moments. The middle class optimizes comfort today. The rich optimize optionality tomorrow. Let's talk psychology again. Middle class mindset uses money to signal identity. Nice watch, new phone, branded clothes. Not because they need it, but because it communicates success. And I get it. Status feels good. But here's the hidden problem. If your identity depends on spending, you can never slow down. The rich mindset builds identity around ownership. Ownership of businesses, investments, skills. They don't ask, how do I look successful? They ask, how do I become valuable? That shift alone changes everything. The middle class values security above all else. Stable job, stable income, stable path. The rich value leverage. Leverage means your effort multiplies. One rental property, one digital product, one business system, one investment portfolio, instead of trading hours for dollars. According to IRS data, a significant portion of top earners have business income or investment income, not just wages. That's leverage. Now, does that mean quit your job tomorrow? No, but it means start building something that isn't dependent on your time. Let me tell you about two friends. Both made $70,000 at 25. Friend A upgraded apartments, financed a new car, went on nice vacations. Friend B kept expenses low for 5 years and invested aggressively. By 35, Friend A had a nicer lifestyle. Friend B had a $250,000 portfolio generating returns. At 45, Friend A still needed to work. Friend B had options. Not because Friend B was smarter, because Friend B thought long-term. So how do you shift your mindset? Here are 5 immediate changes. Track net worth, not income. Your salary doesn't matter. Your ownership does. Automate investing before upgrading lifestyle. Raise automatic investment increase. Calculate opportunity cost. Every big purchase, what would this be worth in 10 years invested? Build one income stream that isn't your job. Investments, side business, anything. Change your identity. Stop saying, I can't afford that. Start saying, how would I afford that through assets? Look, the middle-class mindset isn't dumb. It's safe. It's comfortable. It's what we're taught. But it's also why so many people making $100,000 still feel financially anxious. The rich mindset isn't about yachts. It's about control. It's about waking up knowing your life isn't completely dependent on your next paycheck. And here's the truth. Most people won't change because upgrading your mindset is uncomfortable. But if you do, 10 years from now, you won't just have more money, you'll have more options. And options are the real flex. If this helped you rethink how you approach money, hit subscribe, because the difference between rich and middle class isn't luck, it's thinking. And thinking can change starting today.